Hi everyone, it's Jen, and I'm back with the second half of my LA Noire review. First, let me address the Bondi issue. I've heard your critiques and I'm changing my mispronunciation ways. Thanks for pointing that one out. Secondly, a lot of you are wondering, why Jen? Why did you only review the first half of this game? The concept baffles me. So please, allow me to explain. So I had my last review where I spent my time gushing about how excited I was about facial animation, the style, how this game is different than anything I've ever played before, and that's all still accurate. But by the time I finished the game another 10 hours later, I was done gushing and ready to take a more serious, less fangirlish stance on the overall product. That's 22 hours of gameplay with about 75% of the street crimes done and all of the main quest completed. When I last left Cole Phelps, I was beginning to grow tired of hostage situations and what felt like cookie-cutter chase scenes, but just at that critical moment, Noire changed it up just enough and didn't stick to any one particular detective trope to keep me invested. Some of the cases were amazingly difficult. I loved it because I was clueless, literally and figuratively, and had to use my brain thing to move the game forward. This game was impossible to play around people who weren't wholly interested in focusing on the plot. Idle discussion from friends could easily derail me, which led to wasted time walking around wondering what the hell I was supposed to be doing and frantically checking my log. I found putting myself into an isolation mode made absorbing the whole story much easier. Cole was up on his moral high horse for the duration of the game, so being him could get a little annoying at times. Overall, I thought his character development was weak. They give him a typical hero's plot, but he just feels bland most of the time. Rarely do you see any sort of emotional rise out of him, and when you do, it's usually just from anger. If the rest of the game didn't feel so personable and unique, it would have sullied the overall experience.
Get that son of a bitch!
Replay value is pretty high. I have trouble remembering interrogations and interviews, so a replay doesn't always guarantee that I'm going to end up with 5 stars on any said case. The potential for future DLC is massive in this title. I could play contained crime investigations forever. After being provided with a successfully executed main storyline, I'm actually welcoming disjointed cases. So I'm sure you've heard about at least 1 or 2 glitches within Noire, either the 360 or the PlayStation 3 version, which Rockstar is insisting are isolated incidents. All I can do is share what glitches I ran into. I had my first freeze probably an hour into the game, with about 3 more to come over the next 21 hours. Nothing too terrible, and the game had always saved immediately prior to it freezing up. Another time I spent 5 minutes trying to walk through a doorway that appeared to have some magic invisible barrier that Cole could not break. My favorite glitch though was when Cole disappeared into the geometry and was viewing the city from underneath. He sank and sank until finally was pronounced dead. It's probably some Easter egg existential commentary on law enforcement in the 40s and 50s, but next time I can just settle for a well-scripted cutscene. I really feel for strictly PC gamers who are looking to play this game anytime soon. The PC is still waiting on a release of year-old Red Dead Redemption, and LA Noire seems to be in the same boat, with Rockstar saying that a port would be very complicated. So after taking the time to step back, shake off the feeling of newness, and consider the game as a complete experience, LA Noire is still something I would highly recommend, as long as you have a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360. So get out there, Gumshoe, and find out who done it.